Alright, so this morning I found that EA is being sued. There's a class action lawsuit that is going after EA for Battlefield 2042, and there's a petition that is going on out there for, like, what is it, 70,000 almost now? But here is the first thing I'm looking at VG247. Class action lawsuit beckons for EA after Battlefield 2042 refund petition gains traction. Okay. This is I hate doing these videos, but I do have to speak my mind, and I've been trying to keep my videos up every day. But here it says Battlefield 2042 has found itself in a situation that's a little similar to the one Cyberpunk 2077 ran into at its release. A group of owners have started a petition requesting that EA offer unconditional refunds for the game, and I cannot agree with this. And I really do feel bad for people that have spent the $100 for this game, but I cannot see why you would try to go a class action lawsuit for this, because not every single game is going to be great. In my last video, you'll even see that, what they've done is wrong and it's crappy. But video games sometimes fail, and when you buy it on release day, that's what you're getting. You get what they have. I mean, it's not like Battlefield doesn't have a history of doing this. Oh wait, yeah, they do. So I just really can't get behind a class action lawsuit for it. Now, I myself went ahead and got the subscription to EA Pro Play, whatever they're calling it nowadays. It would cost me $14.99 or whatever for the month. And I had other games that I decided to play on there. So regardless of how Battlefield would have turned out, I would still get my money's worth. I can play Battlefield 5. I can play The Sims if I want, which I do like The Sims. Don't get me wrong. I love that game. But, you put down $100 on a game, and you're expecting a certain level of, game for it. I mean, you want a certain level of quality, but yeah, everybody wants a certain level of quality. But EA, unlike Steam, has a really long refund policy. Let's just take a quick look at this policy real quick. So now, if you look at Steam's refund policy, you get 2 hours of gameplay basically, and you're no longer eligible for a refund. Now, EA has a crazy refund, which is why I don't agree with this petition at all. And I know a lot of people are probably going to disagree with me, and that's okay. That is what this is for. It opens a discussion. But, let's take a look here. You can make a refund request within 24 hours the first time you launch the game. So that you already get 24 hours of gameplay if you want to play just straight through. You can refund within 14 days of the day you bought it if you have not launched the game. So you get 14 days if you just had the game on you and didn't do anything. You get 14 days from the release date if you pre-order the game if you haven't launched it yet. And whichever comes first. So if you launch a game, you get 24 hours to check it out, which, a lot of people, will probably not take up, which doesn't really matter too much. But what they have been doing with Battlefield is, what if my game doesn't work? If you buy a new EA game within 30 days of its release date and can't play it due to problems outside your control, like server issues, bugs, or other technical problems that are on our side, you can request a refund within 72 hours after you first launch the game instead of 24. So you get 3 days. 3 days that you can actually get a refund on a game. And now that, to me, is plenty of time to figure out if you are going to enjoy the game or not. And that's just within 30 days of the release date. So I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here, because I know that, it's wrong. Everything that they've done in this game has been wrong, and that's why I'm not playing the game right now, and I'm showing you really old footage because I stopped playing it. They haven't brought it up. But now let's remember, Battlefield itself has been not having the greatest time in the last few years. Every relaunch has had problems, and Battlefield 5 right now it's great. Battlefield 1, I wouldn't say great for me, but people seem to very much enjoy it because that's just how Battlefield has been working. The very large maps. A lot of the things that I don't like is more along the lines of what they've done with characters and things like that. And is at the beginning, obviously there's hit boxes, which is just terrible not to have. They don't have a scoreboard, which they say they're gonna fix, which I believe they will, because eventually they do get on top of things and fix things. But yeah, they've done a terrible job, and they always do a terrible job. So I don't know why it's a surprise and why they're bringing up a lawsuit to basically go against what they already know was going to happen. We already know this. They, always do the same thing. E3, they will put out all their best information and stuff like that, and then it'll look great, and then launch date comes. So we're just in a cycle here. This is just a cycle. It's the same thing every time. So I just can't agree with the petition. And I know a lot of y'all will totally disagree with me on this, but that's just how it is. You bought the game, you put the money into it, you take a risk when you do that. That means you have faith in the company. That's why you would buy the game instead of doing the subscription. And then, you stick with the company and have that in there for a while. And don't get me wrong, it's really not okay for them to do this. And when you do buy a game, you do expect to have a good game. But this is Battlefield, and this is how they have always been doing it. If you bought the game $120, I would assume that you're a Battlefield fan, because like I said, you can do the subscription instead if you really wanted to. So you didn't have to truck up, the $60 to $120. So like I said, I feel bad for y'all that did pay $100, $120, whatever it was for the largest pack for this, because it was terrible. But that is my take on this. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Are you totally think that I'm off the line here? Yeah, convince me that I'm wrong. But I don't see it that way. I think you buy a game, games are gonna be bad. Let's look at No Man's Sky, which I stuck around with. I kept the game. I hated it after a week of playing it. Got bored. There's plenty of other games. Fallout 74. Wait, I don't even remember the name of it anymore because I just don't care anymore because I still don't play it. I bought the full game, and yeah, it sucks. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching this video. Make sure you hit that like button. Definitely subscribe if you're new to the channel. Y'all take care and happy gaming.